Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Blind. We have a lot of things to do here in Ishgard. First on the list, talking to Samson here. But for that, we need to be in the correct outfit. Gear set, Bard, equip. There you go. And then do we get a new helmet or something? I feel like it's the best recommended item for bards. What's this? Isn't this better? Yeah, it's because we just don't have enough space, isn't it? We have too many hats again. Just totally full of hats. Really need to do something about all this. We have too many just things. Level 41, regular, not a great stance. So that one, I guess. 43, regular. It gets us down to 34 hats. Level 8. If it's not at least magical, probably don't need it. We got too many things, is the thing. Regular steel hat. We just need to get rid of a few things. These individual small buffs at low levels, it's not going to be a huge deal. Level 50. 115. Yeah. I think we just got that recently. 316, 8, 43, 41, 30. That's fine. Here are some stuff here too. Here are a few basic things. There's 15, but nothing special. 40, 17, 25. Some gloves to get rid of. This level 11 one. 25. 32. I think the base ones just have some base ones. Level 5 gloves. 36 gloves. We also have too many pants and shoes. I'm running out of space to not have more space for things. Okay. Any nearby shops where you can sell a bunch of stuff to? There's a shop. I don't know if we looked in the shop before. But this is just the shop for this game. These guys. Run over that way. Just get rid of all the excess bits of equipment. We can make it through with some. And also just the classicals themselves also just give some armor and weapons and stuff, so I'm not too concerned about it. Manufacture. We also just destroy them because they sell for like 2 gil or something. The brand new set's actually pretty good. And unsellable. Alright. Come over here. There was some stuff. That's what they're doing. Okay. Back to hit things from here. I'll put this back in here. Choice of top. We have a couple more pants. They have the symbol on here that means we're actually using them for something, so probably don't get rid of those. In general. 47. There's the brand new set. 37. Level 1. I'll skip that. Brand new. Brand new skirt, brand new trousers. Slightly different use cases, I suppose. A couple of boots in here. Level 1 boots. Level 5 boots. 8 boots. 32. Brand new. Skin. 46. I'll get us somewhere at least here. I'm not too worried about it. We could be more tactical with exactly what we keep. I'm really not too worried about it. I'll give us some space to actually do what we need to do here. Here's that list. Recommended gear. The new cap of aiming. It's like +1. And it looks fantastic. Okay. Good enough. Good enough. Which also does mean the old barn hat is not useful since it's only for barns. I'm not too worried about keeping full sets or anything. I probably don't need the black mage hat here. Because even with just all the different set pieces for every set, that's still way too many. What are those? Sorcerer set? Yep. Circle it. 110. There's the demon hat of casting for the other one. All coif. Barn. Machinist engine. Or something. I guess actually that was the old one. Now if we update this gear set, this is no longer in here. But it's technically useful for the other, for another set. So, could keep that for now. That's fine, so. Ash Mask. 15. Whatever. I had a different mask that was level 1. I think we got rid of that. Got the blue mage set, too. Did I accidentally destroy any of that? Probably not. I'm not too worried about it. We sell these for a couple guild though, so that's something. Anyways, continuing the bard stuff. Because it's here. Because we need to get here to be able to start it. Or continue it. First, I shall make inquiries here in Ishgard. As for you, Arctic, pray rest and recover your strength. We'll likely have need of it on the road. I'm not sure where we're going, but sure. That's the time of hand. Here we are in a new place, one that hasn't been open to visitors in over a decade. You've got your nose buried in a bloody book. Take a moment to get a feel for the city, I say. And to that end, I'm off to a tavern to get a feel for the locals. Young and female sort. My goodness. Quest complete. Nailed it. Also brings up the question of how they got in here. Next problem, quest reveal from Sanson, level 52. We're already there. Yeah, it's not exactly like it's open to tourists or anything. We got in here under very specific situations, but sure. We're already 54, so we should be able to do the next 2 bard quests here. So that's nice. Irritation is writ plain on Sanson's face. The stiff and the spent. And we got a song or something here. Very good. That Gailat is worse than useless. Instead of helping with our inquiries, he spends all his time drinking and wenching. And now his indiscretion is about to get him and us into trouble. The gods see fit to bless him with a gift for song. What does he do but use it to satisfy his base urges? Pray forgive me my outburst. 'Tis toward Gailat, not you, that I should be giving vent to my annoyance. Allow me to explain the situation. Apparently, a maiden told Gailat that her sweetheart is fairer of voice than he. That was enough to throw him into a fit of jealousy, and he rushed out of the city, seeking to settle matters with this sweetheart, who happens to be a knight. I'm sure you can appreciate how swiftly this could descend into disaster. We must stop Gailat before he does something stupid and gets us banished from Ishgard. Please come with me to Falcon's Nest and talk some sense into the fool. What a mess. What a mess. That's over here in the Western Highlands, which I don't think we actually can go to yet. On the run. Look at the XP we have in these classes here. Bard is 54, almost 55. Black Mage is 53, almost 54. fairly close, all things considered. It's down this way. Or it was through the airships or something. That we don't have yet. Okay. One step closer. Not another step. It's necessary. Yep. Can't do that. Yeah, that's fine. Just to try to keep everything at reasonably the same level here. Switch back to Black Mage. Is there enough experience going around to get a third class in on this action? Good question. We'll worry about that later. So, once again, that is the end of the Bard quests. It's gonna keep on just bringing us to places we haven't been to / can't get to yet. So instead, we pivot again to other things, like the unlocking stuff quests at level 50. So you want to be a machinist. Sure. What is that? What's going on? Fan of it. My prospectometer seems rather fond of you. Let's see, shall we? Odd garbs, striking presence. I'd be right in assuming that you are one of those adventurous types. Yep. I thought as much. My prospectometer seldom lies. Let me just say, you've made the right choice in visiting our humble workshop. Welcome to the Skysteel Manufactory, where miracles are born from ether, metal, and imagination. From cannons to ballistas, we develop and manufacture a range of weapons designed for slaying dragon invaders. We're also accepting students who wish to take up a firearm and learn the techniques of the machinist. What say you? Are you interested in joining us, exploring the machinist discipline? Sure. You are? Well, of course you are. Otherwise, my prospectometer would not have registered your obvious interest. In my excitement, I've neglected to introduce myself. The name's Stefanovan. Stefanovan de Helinot. And you are? Artisan, Warrior of Light, etc., etc. Savior of Skysteel. Get Soul of the Machinist and Steel-Barreled Carbine, Toadskin Jacket, and Toadskin Ranks. Starts at level 30, huh? Interesting. It's always interesting to see what happens here. Just go straight to that. Interesting. What's your introduction with undisguised enthusiasm? Arctic, is it? Well, Arctic, allow me to welcome you once more to the Skysteel Manufactory. As I mentioned before, it is our charge to develop and manufacture weapons designed for slaying dragon invaders. But pray forget about those tired old inventions. The future lies in machinistry, a technology that weds the genius of Master Garland's Magitech with traditional etherology. Every single one of my latest creations employs the principles of this unique discipline. And in the steady hands of trained machinists, my new inventions are going to alter the very face of warfare. Though I would dearly love to expand upon my revolutionary theories, I should begin by familiarizing you with the tools of the trade, so to speak. Have you time now for a brief lesson? I'd say yes. What do we got? What are we doing? Splendid. Now the first thing you must learn is the proper technique for handling a fire. Where in the hells is our master of marksmanship? I swear the man is never about when you need him most. How dreadfully embarrassing. Here I've mercilessly piqued your interest. Now I must ask you to call again at a later convenience. Mayhap the next time you visit, our instructor will deign to put in an appearance. Then we can outfit you with the equipment necessary to learn basic marksmanship. I might explain to you the particulars of the machinist profession. I'm afraid he's gone for good this time, your lordship. Left a letter of resignation on your workbench and all. Oh boy. Confound the man. We cannot afford to lose such a pivotal employee at this crucial junction in our growth. Joy, prepare mine accoutrements. I shall drag that scoundrel back by the lapels if need be. But, my lordship, we ain't even sure of where to start looking. Make a salient point, my dear. Our precipice meter points to the lands of Lenasia. Ah, yes. I should have realized that he would return to his homeland. Lenasia, my lordship? Are you sure you want to go there? Here's a nasty place where folk will clout you across the face as soon as you look at you. Well, I must admit to little familiarity with its environs. Hark, Joy. The prospect meter trips again. Of course, our aspiring machinist. We shall have the worldly Arctic here act as our guide. For an explorer who has braved the harshest corners of Eorzea, the wilds of Lenasia must be akin to a garden path. Is that not so? Aye, 'tis but a garden path. You see, Joy, my prospect meter never steers me awry. You will consent to guide us then, Arctic? Yep. Then 'tis settled. Joy here, in addition to her loyal service to House Helinart, is the finest shot in the manufactory. As a novice machinist, I suggest you mark her technique well during our little jaunt to Lenasia. Speaking of which, we must needs decide upon a somewhat less vague destination. I seem to recall our absent instructor mentioning companions from a camp overlook. Let that be our first port of call. Alright. It's feminine. Camp overlook. Lenasia. Outer Lenasia. Camp overlook. Okay. There we go. Just casually heading back out into the other places. Whether or not we would actually get arrested anywhere besides Ul'dah is a question. The answer is also no. We didn't get arrested when we went back to Ul'dah anyways, so it's definitely something out here. Yep. Okay. Hey guys. And we've joined a fate. So this is Camp Overlook. Indeed, its inhabitants do seem the type to clout a man in the face in place of a how do you do. Shall make some inquiries after our prematurely retired instructor. Let's rendezvous at this spot once we've gathered what intelligence we may. Okay. Sprint. We're down to grinning private. Right. A bloke laid a Ishgard. Aye. There was a stranger come about, asking after one of our lads. Told him I'm sorry. Told him the sorry sod he was looking for was in the cabin by the lift, resting up from an axe wound. Oh boy. Scrutinizing private. You mean that big rugged bastard? You'll find him pacing the boards in front of the infirmary. So the lads seem to know the bloke, but no bugger seems eager to say ow. Prisoner here. Blooded. Aye, I've seen him, alright. Got himself a cold reception too. Can't come apologizing for a deed a decade old and just expect to be forgiven. He's around. How fared your interrogations? To see our man came here, but to visit an old acquaintance. In the vicinity of the winch, you say? Let's investigate this infirmary then. Indeed. Right over here. That him? Yep. Yep. Were the conditions of your employment not satisfactory? Return with us to the manufactory, and we can discuss more favorable terms. I understand that Ishkarians presently accord machinists rather less than the respect they deserve. I promise you, our worth shall shine through in due time. People will clamor to learn our profession. You cannot abandon us now, Rustenstall. Think of the future. Leave me be. One more step and I'll blow your yapping jaw off. Joy, if you please. Giant bastard. Next time, I'll aim for the shaft to see your thighs. Good shot. Are you not proud? 'Twas you who taught Joy everything she knows about shooting, and spitting colorful profanity besides. Aye, the lasses learned me lessons well. Well enough to be your new master of marksmanship, I'd wager. Truth. Do you think so? Oh, but no, Joy is far too busy with her duties at the manor house. And besides, there's this budding machinist who is simply dying to learn from the great Rustenstall. Yeah. It's not. What do you think? What do you think? What are we thinking? Buffalo Shite. A scrag who's known me, or rather, I did the dying. Oh, just look at you. The epitome of a roguish swashbuckler. Why did you cease brandishing your weapon in that fashion? Cause only pirate scum hold a firearm like this. I ain't gotta teach the machinist way to know hopeless sausage-fingered adventurer while you dragged in off the street. Then, you're saying that if our sausage-fingered adventurer shows a glimmer of hope, you'll consent to instruct him. Did you hear that, Arctic? Here's your chance to display your aptitude for marksmanship. Here, I take the liberty of packing some extra tools of the trade. Convince our reluctant instructor that you are serious in your intentions. What? You have taught me nothing. Not from around these parts, are you? Fine, Stefanovan. I'll give your whelp one bloody chance, one lesson to see what he's made of. The fate of Sky Steel Manufactory, nay, the very future of machinistry, is your sausage-fingered hands. Take up your weapon and aim for the stars. Okay. Alright. Complete. Only machinist arms for a machinist. And these are good for pretty much everything. Just toad skin. We probably have equivalent stuff that we could wear for this too. We'll see. Also, 23,000 XP in Black Mage, I guess. That's fine. Quest complete. Machinist unlocked. Alright. Sure. Okay. Mean Machine 1. Okay. Let's create... Use that here. We have all these weapon options. We definitely get rid of some of these older bows, too. Still have some space, though, so we're not too worried about it. Steel-barreled carbine. Equip it. And then... Nope, don't update. Recommend the set. Did go for a toadskin jacket, but we got the Manor Gaskins instead. Okay. We got the rings. Can recommend again, it gives a different ring with similar-ish stance. And a materia in it, so that's something. Where's this on the list? Physical ranged DPS. Okay. Already have one of those, obviously. That's alright. And we will. Gear set list. Get a new one. Machinist. There you go. Let's cover Lancer, Bard, Samurai of Image, Blue Mage. Okay. Fantastic. And look at all this stuff. Unlock, move this stuff around. Run. Turn. Teleport. Play guide. There's a lot of options in here. Probably need to move these around slightly. Master of Marksmanship. Rustenthal seeks to evaluate your natural talent with a firearm. Seems like a great idea. For a first timer, you look good and comfortable with that carbine. Pity that comfort will only last right up until you shoot the bleeding thing. Right, here's a few pointers before we start, so you don't put a round through your damn foot. Aim the barrel at your target, squeeze the trigger, not too bloody hard, mind, and boom goes the firearm. It's your shots will decide the kind of damage you can do with any particular weapon. Next, let's talk about the contraption at your waist. I don't rightly understand it, but the boss tells me draws on the ether in your body and turns it into the spark, but will feed some new devices he's working on. Oh, and pray do not forget to carry your Soul of the Machinist. I base the design on the more traditional soul crystals. Will act as a focal point for the energy conversions performed by the ether transformer. That would be the contraption Rustenthal mentioned. You've learned all Machinist actions and traits to level 30. Detailed descriptions can be viewed in the Actions and Trait window, accessed under the character in the main menu. Alright, that's all you're getting for the now. Follow me and we'll see how you fare in the field. We're going to throw your carbine in the bushes and flee like a musket-whipped cur. Them's your choices. Okay. Where are they going? Out here. We should probably at least look at what the attacks are. There's an attack with a potency of 140. This effect increases heat gauge by 5. Recast of 2.5 seconds. Slug shot. And a potency of 100. Combo action slip shot or heated split shot. Combo potency 210. Increases heat gauge by 5. Hot shot. Time with potency of 240. So it's not sure recast time with any other actions. Okay, kind of a basic hit then. Heat gauge. It says heat gauge into split shot or heated split shot. Leg graze. That's a debuff. So we're gonna win for healing ourselves. Reassemble. Here's the next weapon skill is a critical direct hit. Self buff. Here's the damage dealt with under effect that raises critical hit rate or direct hit rate. Does not affect damage over time effects. Foot graze debuff. Gauss round. Attack with a potency of 130. This is another basic attack. Spread shot. Potency of 110 to all enemies in a cone. Peloton. That's the run. Head graze. Clean shot. Attack with a potency of 100. Combo slug shot or heated slug shot. Combo potency 270, increases heat gauge. There's slug shot. Clean shot, slug shot. That goes into split shot. Sounds like a combo idea. Toss round, hot shot. Just the basic ones. Similar kind of idea here. Concerned about the heat gauge, but we'll see about that. And we don't have heated split shot. What we have is that one. Healing. That. Okay. That's something. Probably also get the choke on you. That'd be smart. Okay. That's gonna be in actions and traits. Companion, maybe. General. It's in here somewhere. Main commands. There's all the other ones. What level is heated split shots? Now it's level 54. Okay. That's fine. Pet. Companion. Draw follow here, advanced stance. We're just going to the companions on here. Summon. Mount, dismount. There we go. Probably don't really need sprint. Peloton does the same kind of thing, but that's fine. Okay. What level are the enemies here? 34 feet. Okay. Where's our quest? It's really in the middle of the fate right there. That's something. Oh, but. Do this backwards. We have this backwards. Not. Alright. We've moved it. So, yes. That's good. 10 seconds left in the fate here. Just kind of need these guys to clear out for a bit here. Failed. We got some XP, Gil, and Serpent Seals. That's still something. Alright, now we can actually do our quest. Ha! Willing to take the test then, eh? Rules is simple. Make your way towards the Hermit's Oval and shoot what you're told to shoot. Level synced to 34. We're level 30. Good enough. I shall wait you at the end of your trial, Arctic. I have every confidence that you shall impress your instructor with your enthusiasm and potential. Okay. Let's see what we're getting ourselves into. Duty commenced. Right? And that's a good old-fashioned hunt. Joe will be giving you instructions while I eyeball your marksmanship. Okay. Bombs will be your first target. Focus on getting a feel for range and rhythm. Try to avoid the curls. You don't want to waste your ammunition. Okay. Defeat assault golems. Which direction are we going? Overlooks are here if I'm seeing them. Well. way. Oh, never mind. Shots. Defeat some golems. They're down here. Golem down. They're range like that. One more golem here. That's a regular shot team. Okay. Basalt golems defeated. Next up, we're hunting for bombs. Okay. Where are these guys? Just show us where they are on the map. Not really. Defeat training incendiaries. It's a golem. Around here somewhere, presumably. There's one. And that way in general here. I'm not sure we have a heat gauge yet. Since it's doing something, it doesn't seem to be. Training incendiary. Really repeating combo system here. That's fine. Avoid the corals. And the lightning, I suppose. Okay. Not bad, lad. Not bad at all. See you against some proper nasties, though, eh? Ain't done enough for a beginner? Not by a long shot. Skins, pair of Titans. Pair of tigers. You wanted to fall. You wanted to fail. And then you cheat his lordship. You're gonna bend the rules, and so will I. What you got to last? We're waiting for those skins at the hub. Skin scum. Come on, Arctic. Alright. Joy of 9 faces. Docile maces, docile tigers. Where are you looking? I appreciate the help, though. One. Bye-bye. Yep. Ringtails. They're attacking us. Bye-bye. Goodbye. some tigers. Any tigers down here? It's mostly ringtails. Alright. We'll go look for them then. Back out of here first. You can find some docile tigers. Sure. We ran over this way, so. I think it would have been this way. Let's go. Fantastic. These are corals. It's not a tiger. This is a hobble. That's the hobble. You would think they'd be that way. I need to look again. Any other look like a docile tiger over here? Rocks and stuff. A lightning spray. It's also further down on the list. Let's look down here again. Could just be also just all the way at the hobble, I guess. Maybe, in theory. Oh, they're behind the ringtails. Okay. I didn't think there'd be tigers behind the monkeys, but sure. It feels like we're slower at moving and walking with this, comparatively. That's something. Are we done? I guess we're done. Yep. On to the Hermit's Hobble. Here we are. It's right over here. Bring them skins then. There you go. Even with young Joy's help, you did well, Land. Huzzah! You'll return to the manufactory with us then. I said you did well. Not that we was done. Still got one last target to take down. Me. Architect's got talent, but even he can't win against Hussenthal. The man truly is being bothersome. I say, would you be so kind as to give the instructor a good drubbing? Here we go. Let's get into a shootout here. Very informative. Very cool. He's using an axe. He's on his last legs. Thrilling performance. You saved the manufacturer. Yay, we did it. You should have tried gun. Seems to work pretty well. Well, there you are, instructor. Our tick has proven his potential beyond a shadow of a doubt. You are a man of your word, are you not? Aye, I'll come back to your bloody workshop. But do you know why I left in the first place? To once more breathe the salty air of your beloved homeland. Ah, I ain't got no love for Lanasia. In fact, I'd be happy if I never saw the place again. Then why would you inconvenience us by fleeing to a locale you so clearly despise? For a sec, a gulp the size of my bloody head. I don't know who he was working for. Some bloke came around offering me good money to ship anchor, so I did. Someone paid you to abandon the manufactory. Who would do such a thing? Like I said, I never seen the sod before, but if I show me face to the workshop, his boss is gonna want the help back, I reckon. But I already spent it all on grog. Oh no, you won't wiggle through my grasp that easily. I shall pay this debt, and in return you shall instruct every would-be machinist who walks through the door. I've got Monica still. Well, you've got one buggerwork to teach at least. I guess it's back into the frigid arms of Lady Ishgard for me. Oh, was that wise, my lordship? The healing art coffers ain't exactly fit to burst in. Oh, yes, you're quite right. We are rather short on coin. I'm certain a thorough inspection of the ledgers will turn up a spare gill or two. You can't put a price on good people, my lordship. That you cannot, my dear. Rosenthal may be a touch standoffish at times, but none can dispute his eye for marksmanship. Such talk aside, I sense the business he had in these parts was not concluded to his satisfaction, or that the man would confide in me his troubles. I suppose I shall have to content myself with the thought of his return. But you, Arctic, you have exceeded my every expectation. Pray join me back to the manufactory, that I might thank you in a manner that befits your accomplishments. Huh. Oh, we did it. Hey, this game. Manufactorio. Foundation, 355 gil. Okay. And there you go. That's one thing at least. Starts at level 30, which is interesting. When everything else in the area is 50 plus. We unlocked level 50 Red Mage and Samurai and everything. And this had to be a different levels? Big question. Fascinating. Like starting at the same level as the other ones. Yeah. Red Mage and Samurai. Higher, we trained up to Marauder. Blue Mage is at 16 because issues. Anyways. That's one more on the list, I suppose. Level 30 plus at least. Ah, the savior of the Sky Steel Manufactory. I'd hoped to furnish you with a suitable reward, but a glance at the ledgers counsels me to wearisome prudence. Thus, instead of presenting you with a firearm of the finest materials and latest design, was humbly asked that you make do with the dated model I gave you at Camp Overlook. Ah, and I must also pass on a message to you from Rosenthal. He asks that you take the skills he has taught you thus far and master them in the furnace of battle. Well, something to that effect. I assume he means to offer you further instruction once you display a level of sufficient level of competence. And such a day can hardly be distant for one of your talents, Arctic? We get Hypercharge. 5 stacks of Overheated. Duration 10 seconds. Recast 10 seconds. Overheat effect. Increase the potency of single target weapon skills by 20. Heat gauge cost 50. Repeated effect only applies to the Machinist job. Okay. So presumably there is a heat gauge. And you get overheated and you do some stuff. That's nice. Quest complete. Alright. Hypercharge. Next quest is available from Titian upon reaching level 35. Yeah. Heat gauge unlocked. There it is. This is the heat gauge. I guess didn't need a heat gauge when it wasn't going to do anything. So, there you go. When we start weapon skills to increase the heat gauge, once high enough, action hypercharge will be available. Using hypercharge overheats your weapon, allows the use of heat blast at 35 and auto crossbow at 52. You do the job description anytime, actions, and trades menu. There you go. There it is. Neat. Huh. Looks like we also have some materia again. There you go. Neat. Okay. Good. I'm just going to switch back again. Black Mage. To heal up all our health here. Alright. That's one thing. We also have the Lebs here, and more things up in the pillars. Then we have the regular quests, which we're probably just going to do, just because it gives more of a feel of the area and doing stuff around. Before we continue on with the main scenario quest, which is going to be necessary to get to more places and unlocks and everything. One step at a time, though. Next time. Goodbye.